Okay, we are now recording, so everyone on the call should know that we are recording. Good morning, Marty Katz.
Good morning to you, Raphi. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning.
So we're going to start off today. It's 8:58, so we still have a couple of minutes. But we're going to start off today with that game show. What's it called? It's called Name That Tune. Marty, are you ready? Are you ready,
Hey,
Marty?
Connie.
Good morning.
Hi, Connie.
Marty, I hope you're ready.
I'm always ready for game shows. Count on me.
I got a good one for you today.
Hi, Marion.
One for you today. So there's a tool I learned. By the way, welcome everyone. You're being recorded. And before we start, it's 8:58. We still have a couple of minutes. I like to play a game with Marty. And this morning, I'm known for creating jingles. That has been my career. I created such hits as Marty Katz, Raphi Salem. We are the BizDev Leaders. So besides that, I'm going to play a tune, and Marty's going to have to guess what tune this is. And if you know it, just hold on to it.
That's it?
Can you hear it? Can you hear it, Marty?
Not really.
You can't hear it?
I do hear it.
Okay. Everyone, we're being recorded. We're playing Name That Tune with Marty Katz. BizDev Leaders.
Morning.
It doesn't strike a bell.
Oh, come on.
Is that it? It doesn't strike a bell.
That was just the chorus. 21st Century Schizoid Man by King Crimson.
Of course. How could I have missed that?
Come on, Marty.
Listen, BizDev Leaders and jingles all rolled into one. Who knew you'd get this at 9 o'clock in the morning?
We are really at the top of our game, Marty. We're at the top. It's 9 a.m. Welcome, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to BizDev Leaders and Name That Tune.
Yes. So, you know what we didn't do, Marty? Marty,
Right.
Yesterday, we usually prepare for these things. we didn't prepare for this at all. We were off.
I'm always prepared.
So
I am always prepared.
Marty, while you're entertaining the guests in the room, I'm going to go back into the kitchen and I'm going to get the hors d'oeuvres ready. Meaning, I've got to get the Google sheet and I've got to get the agenda ready. So you talk. You just tell everyone what's going on.
Bob, good morning. Bob, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Bob in San Francisco, so it's 6 a.m.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I bet you Bob would have known the tune. I bet you Bob would have known the tune.
Bob, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Bob, are you a rock and roller?
Former rock and roller.
Okay, I'm going to play a tune for you. Now that we have a few more people, I'm going to play a tune, and you're going to...
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
And we're going to have a contest. The person who guesses the tune wins, not the people that were originally on the call, because they already know the answer. But first, I'm going to get this Google Doc ready.
Okay. Hey, David, good morning.
Hey, Marty.
Good morning. Right now we're playing Name That Tune.
I wonder if David will get it. David.
Oh, yeah, David is good.
David might get it. All right, but the important thing is that I have to get a new Google Doc ready. So it's the Marty show right now. It's not the Marty and Raphi show. It's just
So, okay,
Marty.
that's cool. So first of all, welcome everybody. Some new faces, always good to see, and some let's just say experienced faces, people we've seen before. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. So this is BizDev Leaders, and this is a part workshop and part networking.
And name that tune. We just added a new aspect.
And name that tune. It's a brand new feature of our workshop.
Brand new feature.
Because to keep us all up and happy this early in the morning.
You need to mix it up sometimes, Marty.
This is definitely the time to mix things up. We're not mixed up, but our music is mixed up.
Okay. All right. First things first. Let me get this Google Doc out, and then I'll get the agenda out.
So Raphi's putting together a Google document where we can all enter our information so we can maintain contact with each other. And then, after that, we're going to get started. And we're going to be introducing ourselves very briefly. And then we're going to get into the workshop portion of our event. There you see in the chat function, the Google Doc. So
okay, right now it needs to be shared. So, I mean, I need to make it unprivate because it always defaults to private. Rupal, thank you for smiling already because, as you know, we're here to entertain and not just educate and mortify. All right, so here it comes. Here it comes. Are you ready? This is Name That Tune with Raphi and Marty. It's 9:04. We're going to get started at 9:05. But okay.
Let's hear the tune.
Yeah, I'm playing it. All right, here it is. It's coming right up. Bob, I'm counting on you. You look like an old rock and roller.
I don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything? Maybe over here. How about now?
No.
No one hears anything?
Not
I hear
really.
you perfectly.
Where it was before, Raphi, like on the other side.
Wait, someone said that he hears me perfectly. How about now?
Pretty sure everyone hears you except somebody has their computer on mute.
Does anyone know what this is?
David, you know what it is?
I have to tell you, I am so disappointed in everyone here. Thank you, Marion. Thank you, Rupal. I was hoping out of 12 people that we would have someone that knew as much rock and roll as I did.
Raphi, we didn't hear any sound at all.
It was hard to hear.
We didn't hear anything.
Okay.
It's very hard to get good tech people, as I'm sure you all know.
You know, I have to say I'm a little disappointed in my tech person right now. All right, it's 9:05. Let me bring up the agenda, and that agenda is right here. You know what? The Name That Tune portion has to be it has to be worked out, Marty. This is it. It's not perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Marty. Thanks for being my business partner. And thank you for helping me put together the Name That Tune portion. And now I'm going to share my screen. Tech people, we need to get better tech people. That's basically it.
David, you're pretty good at tech.
Yeah, it's the green. There you go. You got it.
It's the green button.
Here we go.
Come on, King Crimson, 21st Century Schizoid Man. Marty, haven't you been around for a few years? Like, don't you know rock and roll?
Yeah, but listen, I used to play the lute. That was my main thing.
Back in 16th century England?
That's right. I played the lute, the lute and the fife. Those are my things.
All right.
Lute and fife.
So welcome, everyone. Can everyone see my screen with the agenda? It says
Sure
agenda.
can.
It says agenda. It's really big. Marty approved of everything that we're doing here. So this is the welcome and schmooze part. We're going to introduce Marty Katz in a moment. I'm Raphi Salem. Marty's going to tell you the definition of business development. We're going to give some ground rules, which is we're not trying to sell anyone here. We're just trying to develop long-term relationships. And the Google Sheet is wrong over here. I'm going to put it into, the chat in a moment. I need to make it public. Then we're going to have 10-second intros, just who you are and what you do. Then we're going to jump into the workshop part of the program. If there is time left over, we're going to have some more volunteers. And then if there's time after that and people would like to join us, we're going to have some breakout rooms. So without further ado, Marty Katz, please introduce yourself.
So first, thank you all for joining us this morning. My name is Marty Katz, and I am a marketing consultant. I specialize in branding and messaging, and I work with business leaders who are responsible for growth, and I develop messaging that connects them with their target audience and generates sales leads. That's what I do.
Fantastic. My name is Raphi Salem. I've been in digital marketing, SEO, and reputation management for over 20 years. I started my company in 1997. I am bald, if you didn't realize that. I work with leaders of companies, professionals, individuals, executives, etc., to help them with how they appear online. And mainly it's all about sales leads. If you're not getting enough business, we have to look into your digital. So that's it. That's who we are. But we need to go back here because Marty, please tell us the definition of business development.
Yeah, you know, business development means so many things to so many different people. And a lot of people think it's the same as sales. A lot of people would use that expression instead of sales. But business development is the development of long-term relationships between organizations that lead to mutual benefits. So Raphi has his business, I have my business, and so we're working together in this particular venue to create outcomes and generate benefits for both of us. So business development is that. It's a long-term play. It's not a sale, it's not marketing, although business development depends on sales and marketing, but that's how we define it. So we're really here to find other people with whom we can develop long-term relationships, to maybe develop an activity together, or to approach a new client together, or to work on an existing client. Those are long-term relationships, and that's what this venue is about.
All right, fantastic. I'm working on the Google Doc. So while I'm working on the Google Doc, I know people have requested permission and access. While I'm working on that, we're going to go through the 10-second introductions. So now we can get this. This is restricted. Change to anyone with the link. And then we're going to go through the whole entire. Anyone can view? No, almost there. Anyone with the link can edit. Okay. Now I am.
So
picking this up, and everyone in
so
the meeting.
who's going to go first? Raphi, who will go first?
I'm gonna give the order in a moment. First, can everyone see the Google Doc? Please let me know that you can get it in. And I have a request. The request is not to ruin the Google Doc. If you're on your wife's committee, Art, are you on the call yet?
Yeah, I'm on the call,
Yeah,
and
listen,
yes, I learned my lesson last time.
If you're on, you're being used as an example. Marty does.
Bad
By the way,
example.
Marty's about to do this to everyone, so I'm doing it to one person. If you're on your wife's
Quite all right.
computer, if you're on
I
your
deserve
dog's
it after the
computer,
last time.
if you're on your kid's computer, I don't care. Don't ruin the Google Doc. All right? Everyone has that? All right. So first, Emma. Peter, I'm going to give 3 people. You're going to give your 10-second introduction. So it's going to be Emma, then Peter, then Connie to start. Okay? 10-second introductions. Thank you very much for joining us. You're all being recorded, and you should be smiling the whole time. If you don't smile, you're not going to look good on the video, which I am recording. So everyone say cheese.
Cheese.
Cheese. Cheese. And now keep that pose for the whole entire hour. Okay? Emma, Peter, Connie, please go.
Hi, my name is Emma Itkis. I work with company Legal Shield. Legal Shield is a leading provider of affordable legal and privacy protection plans. From real estate to speeding ticket to will preparation and beyond, Legal Shield is here to help you. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's perfect.
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 Peter.
Everyone. Peter Stein with Did It. We're a marketing and advertising agency. We help our clients create and develop integrated marketing programs that grow their business.
Great. Connie, you're up.
Connie Lefferts with Creative Packaging Solutions. We're a wholesale distributor in packaging. We help startup through mid-sized companies solve their packaging issues.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Great.
Next, we have Bob Stillerman, Marion Chen, Rupal, and Victor Lee.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
Not like the music that I was trying to play. We can hear you.
It was Eleanor Rigby.
Perfect.
So Bob Stillerman, based on the West Coast. I'm with Toka. We offer a virtual event platform. And if I'm successful with my BizDev activities, Marty and Raphi will host a future meeting using our platform.
Thank you. Marion, Rupal, and Victor.
Hi, my name is Marion Chin. I'm a recent benefits consultant with AFLAC, and the reason why I chose AFLAC is that it helps to put cash into people's pockets when they are affected by illness or injury, and it doesn't cost the company any money to join.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Rupal Sankalia. I'm with Rupalia Inc. I'm a technical writer focusing on ethics, governance, and compliance. And I work with clients that are overwhelmed and feel unprepared when dealing with regulators or any inquiries or investigations. Thank you.
Victor.
Victor.
All right. Thanks, Marty and Raphi. I'm Victor Lee. I make connections for fun and profit. And we now have a super hotspot for people who are working from home or working from out of the office. And if they need a safe and secure connection, so they can spend even more time on Zoom than they are today.
We all need that, right?
That is perfect. Jonathan Kaplan, David Edwards, Art Blazer, then Eric Mendelson.
Morning, everyone. My name is Jonathan Kaplan. I run Yachad Gifts, a beautiful gift basket company. We ship around the U.S. and Canada. We employ individuals with disabilities, so we give people with developmental disabilities a chance at meaningful employment. I'm looking forward to connecting with some of you here and taking care of your next gift basket needs.
Thank you. David Edwards, you're up.
Good morning, David Edwards, President Heron Wealth, mostly in New York City, not much these days. I definitely that hotspot guy, because we're actually using 3 hotspots in Relay right now. We take care of executive families and rising professionals, financial planning, investment management, tax and estate planning.
Thank you. Art and Eric.
Art Blazer. I'm based out of New York City. I'm independent life insurance agent. I work with individuals and with small businessmen, helping provide benefits to make sure that the business stays there or the family is secure.
Perfect.
Hi all, Eric Mendelson, business broker with Transworld Business Advisors. I work with business owners to sell their business and buyers to purchase a business or buy their competitor.
Thank you. I see Melissa Siegel, and I'm trying to see if I missed anyone, but I think Melissa, you're the winner. Go ahead.
Good morning, Melissa Siegel. I'm an executive producer looking for new opportunities in print, digital, and video. So if anyone needs help with anything there, I'm the person.
Thank you. Did I miss anyone, or we're good?
I think that's it.
All right. So, Marty, I'm going to share my screen one more time, and we will talk about, we will talk about me in presenting mode. Marty, what are the 3 rules of marketing that people should know before they get mortified?
So let me give you a little context for this. So we are all here, presumably, because we want to grow our business. And in order to do that, we have to generate interest in among our target audience. And very often what we do is we will tell people all about us and what we do. And I've developed these 3 rules of marketing, which really begins the process of developing a message that will enable you to connect with and engage with your target audience, leading to sales leads. So that I call this the 3 rules of marketing. The first one is nobody cares about you. And this is tough for people because we do this stuff all day long and we're very passionate about it. We figure, well, this is really important. People should really know about this. The fact is nobody cares about you. They have their own problems. They have their own issues. They're concerned about themselves. The second thing, they will only remember the problem you solve. So if you give them your processes, your procedures, your credentials, your achievements, they have to sort of work through that, and they'll only remember the problem that you solve. So if I tell you I'm a real estate lawyer and I'm in 3 states and I have this big office and I've just closed on a condo in Tribeca, and so you have to kind of figure out what that all means. What if I said I'm a lawyer? I specialize in first-time home buyers. The problem that those people have is they need a place to live and they don't know how to make it happen for themselves. So that would be like about them. That people will remember. And the third thing is people won't do the work to figure it out. Because if you give them too much information, they have to sift through it and they're not going to do their work. It becomes overwhelming to them. So they'll just bow out of it. So those are my 3 rules of marketing. Anybody have any questions about this?
Yes, Marty. What do you mean people don't care about me? Don't they wake up in the morning and say, I need a digital marketing guy?
No, they could wake up in the morning and say, you know, my digital marketing is not working. I'm not getting the results that I want. People are not responding to me. Or if they respond to me, they're not engaging with me. Or if they're engaging with me, I'm not able to generate sales leads. Or if that happens, I can't close. This is all based on the fact that they have their own issues that they face every day.
So they're really worried about themselves. They care about themselves first before they care about others.
That's right. So after you get people on board with these, by talking about them, then of course you're going to come in and talk about your processes, your procedures, your services, your products, your advantages, what makes you unique. All that stuff follows. So in this workshop today, we are going to get, this is what Raphi calls mortified. We're going to have some volunteers who are willing to step up and go through their own self-presentation of themselves and their business.
And Marty, what's the most important thing? That they should not take this personally. This is all professional. When you get upset and you start yelling at people and saying, no, 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 it's just professional. No one should take it personally.
Well, it's also, I have a passion for getting this right for people. That's really what drives me, is that if I see that people have a really good message that will allow them to grow their business, I get very excited about that. And it's very satisfying for me. So in this workshop, we're going to do this very quickly. And this is sort of like a mini messaging or a speed messaging workshop. And each of us will take a turn, whoever wants to volunteer, to talk about who their target audience is and what the problem is that they solve for them. And remember, this is going to be short and it's just about them and what they do. So,
do we have any volunteers?
Who would like to step up? And we have Jonathan.
Hi, everyone. I
was going to say that we should get 3 volunteers instead of do a one by one. So Marty, you want to pick people, or do you want to have them volunteer before they get mortified?
Well, yeah, who would like to volunteer besides Jonathan? Raise your hand, please. Or don't be shy. Okay, Connie and Victor.
All right, good luck. Good luck. We're all counting on you.
Good morning, everyone. So my name is Jonathan Kaplan, Yachad Gifts. We employ individuals with disabilities. The problem that we solve is that people are always looking for beautiful gift baskets, and we provide that for them. Easy to order. We get it done. Text us what you need. Email us what you need. We have a credit card on file.
Jonathan, you're not going to talk about yourself during this. We don't want to hear your solutions. We don't want to hear anybody's solutions. We want to talk about the problem that you solve. What is the problem that people have?
People need an easy way to order gift baskets.
Is that it? Is that the only problem, that they need something easy?
I don't want to go into what we do, because I could go into the benefit of ordering with us. I don't want to, start with that. It's that we employ individuals with disabilities. I'm still trying to figure out.
I'm your target audience. Yeah. What is the problem that I have?
The ease of ordering gifts.
So it's just
a lot of people searching.
I see.
A lot of people are searching, have to figure out what's the best way to get it, where to get it, how to get it. So for us, it's pretty straightforward. I pride ourselves on the customer service. So the problem that we're solving is the ease of giving
Okay,
it.
So what your business is based on is you work with who's your target audience?
All decision makers and small business owners.
Anybody in particular? Anybody? Everybody?
Everybody. I do 1 or 2 gifts, and I do 80 gifts or 500 gifts. I have everyone.
So let me just jump in, and I think it may be time to move on. You really want to use the 80-20 rule, which means you get 80% of your business from 20% of your population. So if you're talking about leaders of small businesses, and the problem that they have is they don't have the time to order gifts for their employees or their suppliers or whomever they need to address. So that's really what it is. So I would think that's a little closer because it's about them and it's not about you. So what you deliver is you save people time. That's it. There's nothing about quality. There's nothing about variety. None of that stuff matters. It's only about saving people time.
Let me ask you a quick question. Because we're a nonprofit and we employ individuals with disabilities, that is one of the basis of what we do. How do I tie that into the pitch? Because you don't wake up and say, I want to help people with disabilities get a job. You need a gift basket. How would I tie that into the pitch?
Well, we may run out of time on this, Raphi. Please watch this. But that's incidental. That you can address as part of your solution. But you don't want to start with that because I don't care about these people with disabilities. My problem is I don't know how to order gift baskets in a very fast way. You provide speed. That's what you do. You provide fast gift baskets. No quality, no variety, none of that stuff matters. It's just fast. Okay, who's next?
I am.
Oh, Connie. Hello, Connie.
Hello, Marty. Hello, Raphi. Creative Packaging Solutions is the company. Okay, we're a wholesale distributor. And our target, if you are a startup, small to medium-sized company, and you're a brand manager or the owner, and you're looking for packaging containers and you don't know how to find them, we help solve your problem. We find the packaging and provide it in the.
Hang on, this is a lot of your solutions, Connie. I'm not ready for any solutions. So I'm a brand manager for I don't know, for Petco. Just making something up. And so what is the problem that I have? My problem. Only talk about me.
Okay, but we don't sell retail. We're a wholesaler.
Okay, pick anybody. Pick Man in the Moon.
Okay.
So I'm the Man in the Moon. What difference does it make?
Okay, assume Petco has its own brand and they're launching a new product. They don't know where to buy the packaging for the product or what packaging to use.
So it sounds like that you work with brand managers and marketing decision makers, let's just say, at small to mid-sized companies. And the problem that they have is they're overwhelmed by the choices of packaging that's available to them. And they don't know how to choose the best one.
Right. Okay. So we help them sort through the choices. We sort through the choices and
no,
okay.
That's the solution. We're not talking about solutions, Connie. We're not talking. So why do they have their problem? Why are they overwhelmed?
Too many choices.
Yeah. Why are they overwhelmed by their choices?
Because I don't know why they're overwhelmed.
I do.
They are. I didn't ask them.
Because they don't have a process for figuring out what's best for them.
Okay.
So far, we're only talking about them, no solutions.
Right.
And how does this leave them feeling?
Confused.
Frustrated and confused. Got it. So you see how this works, everybody? So now she's talked about brand managers. They're overwhelmed by choices. And the reason they're overwhelmed by choices is that they don't have a process in place to identify the best solutions for them.
Right.
Who's next?
Victor, you're the next contestant on the Marty is Right.
I want to hear about Victor. Go on, Victor. Can't hear.
You're
Victor.
Oops. Sorry about that. Yes. So excited I forgot to unmute. No, thanks, Marty. Let me start with a couple questions. Number one, how many people are working from home right now?
No, Victor. No, Victor. Victor. No, Victor. No, Victor. Victor. No. No,
Victor.
Victor.
Break one of the rules?
Victor, who do you serve and what's the problem?
Okay.
There's no sales pitch here. Victor,
No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. All right. Well, the problem we solve is people working from home. So there's two issues. There's two problems, right? Number one, if you're the employer, my next question, which I won't ask this question, would have been.
Victor, I don't understand this. I have to. So who is your target audience?
Our target audience is teams that work from home.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And what is the problem?
There are two problems. If you're the team leader, like some of these people on the call probably are, but if you're the team leader, you have to worry that you don't know how people are accessing company assets. You've got confidential information, employee information on the company computers, and you don't know how people are accessing them, so you have a security issue, right? That's problem number one. Problem number two, if you're the employee, right, you're often at home with multiple people on Zoom, working, going to school, and so your residential Wi-Fi can't handle it. Or there's too many.
Victor, this is way too. How is anybody supposed to remember all this stuff?
Wait a second. I just want to have a disclaimer, Marty, that this is all professional, and it's not professional because what you're about to do is all professional.
So, Victor, could you make it more succinct? Like you work with, let me just try this. So you work with people who are managers or employees who are now currently at home.
Correct.
And is it maybe the problem that they have is that there's a issue about security of data, security and use of data?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, there's two problems. If you're the team leader, if you're the employer, you worry about security. If you're the employee, you worry about bandwidth and speed.
Okay. So there are issues of, okay, good. So then you could just say the issues of security and bandwidth that they face.
Right. There we go. Okay.
That's the way to start. And why is this? Why do they have these issues?
Because we're all working from home.
Yeah,
and we weren't set up for that. We were all the companies were already set up to work from the office.
I got it. So the reason that they have these security and bandwidth issues is that there is no precedent or no playbook about how to handle these from a home environment.
That's 100%.
Okay, good. Right. See how easy that is, Victor?
There we go. Okay. Got it.
Aren't you happy now that you've been mortified?
Yes. Yes. Mortified doesn't begin to describe it.
Yes. All right. So those were our first 3 volunteers. Do we want to have another 3 volunteers? Who wants to step up?
Yeah, go for it.
They're all muted.
All right. Bob, you want to take a shot? Emma? Marion?
Bob?
I think Art is volunteering.
Oh, Art. Go ahead, Art.
I was mortified the last time, but let's see if I learned anything. The problem that people have is they don't understand life insurance, and small business owners don't fully understand how to use life insurance or disability or medical care as a group benefit to make their employees happy.
So you work with managers of small to mid-sized firms, right?
Yes, I do. And I work with individuals as well, protecting their families. Both.
No. Okay. But mostly, I think, according to what you just said, you work with small to mid-sized leaders of small to mid-sized firms. Mostly.
Correct.
Okay, good. And what is their problem about insurance? It sounds like the problem is that I'm just sort of taking a wild guess here. They want to provide coverage for their teams, but the problem is they don't know how to pick the best one.
Well, that's certainly one of the problems, but a lot of small business owners don't understand that it's cost effective to provide benefits because the benefits are tax deductible to the business and tax free to the employees.
Those are all very, that's all very important, but that's downstream. So
what you want me to say is they don't fully understand how to use benefits to help their business.
Because now I'm interested. Now I'm a small business owner. Oh, how do you do that, Art? And what are your solutions? That's what you want to generate in the conversation. Thank you. All right, who's next?
All right, so I'll tell you who's left. There's Bob. Emma, Marion, Eric, David, and Rupal.
Rupal, you want to give it a try?
Sure. Now let me see if I can remember after being mortified last time.
By the way, you're supposed to take notes. You're supposed to take notes.
What do you think is going on here?
Victor, are you scowling? Can't hear.
You're on mute, Victor.
Victor, can't hear.
I'm focusing and concentrating.
Very good. All right, Rupal.
So my name is Rupal Sankalia, and I help my clients who are overwhelmed, feeling unprepared, dealing with ethics, the changing world of compliance, and handling the changes of governance and the increasing requirements.
I'm gonna jump in here. In here. Marty, you're not on your game this morning. Usually you jump at people's throats like
I did that already.
You jump in like a tiger, like a Marty tiger.
I did that with Victor.
All right, remember, the workshop is your audience and the problem you solve for them. That's it. There are two simple things. I'm going to stop sharing, but everyone can see my screen, right? It's just your audience and the problem you solve for them.
Yeah,
all
so
right.
Rupal, first of all, Rupal, so you're a technical writer, correct?
That's correct, I am.
So I'm a technical writer, and with whom do you work?
I work with mostly companies that are under a regulatory regime, but otherwise
No. There are individuals. Companies don't buy your services. People buy your services. So are these the CTOs? Who at the company buys your services?
It would be the chief risk officers.
Okay, fine. So you work with chief risk officers and lawyers.
And lawyers.
And what is their problem?
They're
what is
overwhelmed.
their problem?
They're dealing with regulatory inquiries, ethics issues, compliance matters that have not been remediated.
No, Rupal, there's a long list. So the problem that they have is that they need to solve regulatory issues, and they don't know how to do that.
Okay.
But that's really what they're regulatory issues that they're responsible for handling, and they don't know how to do it properly.
I think
and why is that?
Because they're changing and they're very restrictive.
No, the reason is they don't have a resource in place to help them through it. They have nobody internally, so they have to go outside.
They need a skilled professional who knows how to handle those issues.
You know, skilled professionals is a kind of a way for you to sell yourself. Forget that part. Okay. They don't have anybody in-house to handle this for them. See, that's all about them. You don't have to talk about skilled professionals because then you're selling yourself.
Okay.
How does that sound? Does that sound like more about them and not about you? That's the whole idea.
That is the issue at the core of it.
Very good. That's what I'm here to do. Who's next?
Thank you.
How about Eric? How about you? No?
Hi,
you
yes.
don't have to.
Hi, yes, I was on mute. Yeah, so the problem I solve is that a business owner wants to relocate or retire, or there's been a death in the family, or divorce. So I come in and help them to sell their business.
No. So do you work with like widows and widowers? Who buys your services? What is the person? Is it a widow and widower?
Well, no. It's a business owner. It could be one, but you know, it's more likely going to be someone who wants to retire or relocate.
Okay. So you work with business owners, and what is their problem?
The problem is they want to change their life, and they have a business that they own. So either changing, the life change could be retirement, or it could be relocation, or it could be.
You're mixing in all kinds of stuff here, Eric. So a small business owner, and the problem that they have is that they are looking to sell their business, so they're looking to sell their business, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's and they don't have, and why is that a problem?
Well, it's not necessarily the problem. The problem is that they want to move. They want to change the problem is they want to change the lifestyle, and they own a business.
So there are people who own businesses who want to change their lifestyle. And the problem is they want to sell their business, but they don't know the best strategy to do so.
That's correct, yes.
Okay. Why don't they have a strategy?
they don't have a strategy because they don't know. They don't have a plan.
Well, it's close. The reason they don't have a strategy is they have no expertise in this area. They've never done it before.
Right.
So if I have a business and I'm Connie, let's just say, and I've had this very flourishing packaging business, I've never sold it before. I've had it for like 15 years. So it seems to me, Eric, that you work with owners of businesses who want to affect a lifestyle change, which includes selling their business.
Yes.
There's a problem because they don't know how to do it. And the reason is they have no expertise or experience in selling businesses. They sell their services or products.
Yes.
And this leaves them feeling confused and worried.
Mm-hmm.
How does that sound?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds correct.
You've been mortified. Congratulations.
I made it.
We need like a stamp. We need like a stamp.
Now I'm in. Now I'm in, right.
Okay. Marion, are you next?
Yep, I am.
Marion.
Okay, so my target audience, I work for Aflac. I'm a new benefits consultant with Aflac. So my target audience are all businesses.
Time out. Marion, can you fix your screen?
Yeah,
please, a little bit. We're just saying, yes. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, so I'm a benefits consultant with Aflac, and my target audience are all businesses. But
No. 80-20 rule. It's not all businesses, Marion.
Small businesses.
Better.
Okay, small business.
Are these owners of small businesses? Or are these marketing officers? Who makes the decision to hire you?
These are the decision makers for employee benefits.
Okay, so let's just say HR, people responsible for HR. So I work with small businesses, and I speak specifically with HR, people responsible for HR at small businesses. Go on.
Right. And the problem that I solve is that I help to give cash to their employees.
That's your solution.
That's the solution. So the problem is people don't have enough money to pay for their bills. And Aflac has programs that help with it.
No, we're not talking about your solutions.
Oh.
What is the problem? So I'm responsible for HR. What is my problem? I'm the HR person. What is my problem?
The problem is your employees can be vulnerable when they are sick and hurt and they can't pay their bills.
Okay, so maybe my problem is that I don't have plans in place to support my team members if there's an emergency in their lives.
Okay.
Right? And why is that? Why does that problem exist for me?
Because normally that's not a concern of mine. My concern is usually medical benefits. And now this is more of a cash.
So no, see, that's more about you. So let's just say if I'm the HR person, I've ignored this. I've not paid attention to this. I've marginalized this. That's why I have this problem. Because I focus on hiring, I focus on firing and promotions, maybe like life insurance with Art, wherever he is. I don't know where he went, Art. Maybe something like that. So I would say that the reason they have this problem is they've ignored or marginalized the need to take a look at an emergency plans for the team members.
Okay.
And how does that leave them feeling?
Deficient.
Correct. They're not doing their jobs.
Right.
So you have this kind of conversation with people. It's all about me, and only after that you come in with all this cash business that you just discussed, which is important, but it's second generation. First generation is only about me.
Okay.
Remember, nobody cares about you. Sorry.
All right.
So who has not been mortified?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bob Stillerman.
Yeah, so we target the marketing personnel and organizations that run events in order to generate business. And we recognize that in this era where there are no in-person events taking place.
No solutions. Bob, snap out of it. What's the problem? Listen, we talked yesterday. So what's the problem that I'm the CMO for Disney. And what's the problem that I have?
You've got to reach customers in an era where you can't get together with people.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I could make phone calls. I could use Zoom. I mean, that's very broad. There has to be a problem that I have that you're able to solve. It's something more specific. That's so broad.
Do you have a problem reaching out to new customers?
No. So I'm going to posit that your target audience is people who are decision makers in the marketing area. And the problem that they have is they have a lot of events and they don't know how to implement these events.
Yeah, well, they don't have events if they don't have the means to implement them, but that's it. They'd like to run events and they need a way to reach people and run the events.
Right. So the problem that they have is they have all these events planned and they cannot implement them.
Right.
Because of COVID right now. So that's the problem that they have. And why do they have that problem?
Well, they have that problem because of physical limitations. They can't get together in person.
Because they don't have a platform or a way to engage in broad conferences and events. They don't have a platform to do that. They don't know how to do it.
That's right. Exactly.
And how does that leave them feeling?
They're wondering about how they're going to execute their business plans and meet their objectives.
They're wondering if they can keep their jobs.
Yeah.
It makes them feeling very nervous about maintaining their jobs. Or that's a little rough language. It makes them nervous about the future. So you deal with senior level marketing people who are responsible for events. The problem they have is they have all these events in the pipeline. They don't know how to execute them right now in this particular age. Yeah. And these are large scale events. These are not like Zoom meetings like this with 12 people. And so they have no way to do it. And so the reason is because there's no platform that exists that enables them to reach their target audience.
Very good. Thank you.
That's how I roll. So now you've been mortified. All right, who is led? David Edwards.
The pressure is on.
Now, David will know the answer to all this. Come on, David. I can't hear him. Where'd he go? I think he needs Victor. Victor.
Yeah, he said he was having connectivity issues.
Yeah, Victor, I'm serious. You should definitely make a plan to contact David. He's a client of both Raphi and me.
Okay, terrific.
So thanks. You can use that Google sheet.
David is back. So David's phone is with us.
Speaking of Wi-Fi, our clients are executive family, literally 10,000 choices for financial planning and investment management. They're desperate the best choices. We help them find those best choices.
Well, David, listen, so you work with rising professionals and mature executives. And the problem that they have is they've spent a tremendous amount of time on their careers and their businesses, but they have not paid attention to their own personal finances. And the reason is they don't have a good resource or a good way to address these issues, so they just ignored them. And this leaves them feeling nervous about the future. So you come in with a solution that helps them address this. That's what David does. I know that because I wrote it for David.
Yeah.
That sound right, David?
Yeah, of course, the same.
Are you there?
10,000 choices, but only 10 choices.
We're not hearing you, David.
Well, Marty,
it's a Wi-Fi issue.
What?
Marty, you can take over for David because we can hear you and you know his message and his brand and his audience.
David is a client of us, I say both of us, and so that's really what it is, and that distinguishes David. And the reason that they have these problems about so they've ignored their personal finances. And the reason is they're overwhelmed by all these choices, as Dave was talking about. There's so many avenues for them. And so they sort of like avoided the whole situation by just not wanting to be confronted by so many choices. So that's the reason that they have spent all this time on advancing their careers and not really taking a look at their families and their needs for the future. So I'm speaking for David because I wrote it for him, and I write marketing plans for him, and he's a client. But you get the picture. So I'm speaking for him, and he knows. We talk all the time.
Sorry, David, we can't hear you. But is Emma the last one on the call, or is there someone else?
Yeah, Emma.
Okay. Yes. So I work with individual and small businesses, and the problem is people cannot call an attorney for all their legal needs because it's a financial decision. So we are very affordable subscription model.
No. Emma, wait a minute. So you work with who at these small? Are these like the CMOs, the CTOs? What level of seniority does this person have?
Individual, any age from 18 and up. And
No. Now, are we talking about retail, or are we talking about businesses? Right now,
businesses.
Okay, good. So these are owners of small businesses, correct? It's not 18
Correct.
and up. The 80-20 rule excludes 18 and up.
Individuals, right.
Okay, so these are owners of small businesses. And what is their problem?
Their problem is, so they can talk, they can call an attorney as much as they need, because
that's your solution, Emma. That's your solution. Nobody cares about you. Remember rule number 1, nobody cares about you. What's the problem that they have?
Problems, they need an attorney to run their business. And
well,
it's very expensive.
Hang on a second. Don't they already have lawyers?
They do have lawyers. They cannot exist without lawyers. But another question, how much they pay?
Okay, so they have a lawyer, but are they maybe not happy with their current lawyer?
Or it's too expensive.
Okay, but so you work with leaders of small businesses, and the problem they have is they're not happy with their lawyers for whatever reason. Correct? They're not getting what they want from their current lawyers. Everybody has lawyers. I have 2 lawyers. So everybody has a lawyer.
Okay, but we need to save money, and for
so you're cheap. So you're okay. So what you do is the problem they have is they're spending too much money on lawyers. That's the problem. They have a problem. They're spending more money than they want on lawyers.
Right.
Right. And the reason why is that? Why is that?
Because they're expensive.
Okay, so the reason is that they're spending too much money on lawyers because the only lawyers they know are too expensive. Correct?
Right. And every time when you meet an attorney, they have another clients. And maybe you need to wait for a couple of days to get answered.
That's not your solution, Emma. That's all about you. Nobody cares about you. You gotta get it. Nobody cares about you. You're trying to sell all the time. Emma, stop trying to sell and enroll. Enroll me. Don't give me your sales pitch.
I will make your life easy with less stress if you have access every time when you need it.
Now look at Marion. Marion shifted the way she talked about what she did, and she started to listen and engage with people. Now, if you still want to go with the hard sell, Emma, go for it. That's not what this is. This is about messaging. This is about a message that is not about you, not about you.
All right, Marty, thank you very much.
Okay.
I am going to take everyone got a chance to be mortified. I wanted to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marty, for being my partner in all things BizDev Leaders. Remember, what Marty does in this workshop, it's all professional. This is not, we're trying to help people here with our free workshop. Let me just state that for the record. Number 2 is that we're also trying to develop long-term relationships. So please connect with people on LinkedIn, get to know people, schedule a one-on-one. Everyone should have a calendar or a Calendly. Some upcoming events. Thursday, July 9th, 9 a.m. is our next branding and messaging workshop where you can get Martified. So that means that in between, Marty, this is a little trivia because we played Name That Tune before. Now we're gonna play a different trivia game. What holiday is coming up in between today and July 9th?
Okay, good.
Independence Day.
Independence Day. Now, Marty, were you there at the signing of the Constitution?
Yes, actually, I had the papyrus in my right hand and the quill in my left hand, and I had them all signed papyrus. We had no paper back then.
So the thing is that Marty and I have been around for a long time.
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years. Marty really helps out with branding, messaging. I help out with digital marketing, and together we fight crime. Together.
I want to say a word about how this works. So, you know, I was very fast in this because we have a time limit. And two things: if any of you want to engage a little more fully, I'm happy to do that with you about your messaging. Just send me a note and we can just talk about this, and I'm happy to do it in a more nuanced way, not so rushed and not so harsh. Second thing is I want to have a shout out for Raphi. So once the message is set up, that's me. So I'm the what, and then Raphi is the where and the how. Where do we show up for people? How do we engage with them? That's what digital marketing does. That's what Raphi's value add is. It's great to have a message, that's me, but unless anybody notices it, engages with it, you're not going to get anywhere. You want to get sales leads. So Raphi's,
you know what, Marty? It's like a 1-2 punch. Like
it is.
You can't get the second punch without the first punch.
That's right.
All right. So thank you, everyone. To the next branding and messaging workshop, if you want to get Martified again and learn this and get it ingrained into your head, Thursday, July 9th. Thursday, July 16th, I'm hosting and running an advanced digital marketing and reputation management class with Kettle Space and BizDev Leaders. And Marty and I, you might not know this, but Marty and I have a website at BizDevLeaders.com. And we interview people. We used to interview people in person and record it and have a podcast, and now we're doing everything over Zoom. So if you or you know someone who is a business leader or a business owner and a BizDev leader, then we want to interview them. Reminder to fill out the Google Sheet. Marty, this is so funny. Someone erased your name from the Google Sheet.
I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty.
Someone
did
it.
Was art. It was art. We know art.
It was so funny when I went into the Google Sheet and I'm like, where is Marty's name? Who erased Marty's name? And that's it. So please give a round of applause to Marty Katz.
What about breakout rooms, Raphi?
We're not going to do breakout rooms today. With a small group, I'm gonna shut it off.
Let me make one comment. I think we ought to get David Edwards together with Victor Lee with his technology issues. Maybe the two can solve the problem next time.
All right, thanks to Raphi and Marty. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Please keep in touch. Have a great week. Have a safe week. Have a happy July 4th. And everyone say cheese as we close the...
Victor and David.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.